Hi everybody, it's Radley, and it's time for our next episode of Ask Rad. So I just first wanted to start by saying, hey guys, I really missed you, and I'm sorry about last week. I just got a little green around the gills and it took me a little bit to get over that, but the main thing is that I wanted to thank you for all of the well wishes. I was totally blown away by your kindness and all of the sweet things that you guys said to me, and you just guys continue to make sure that my cheeks are rosy because all I do is blush. so hi and welcome back to Ask Rad. So this week's episode, before we get on to readings, I'm so excited, I'm jumping in my chair. So this week's episode, before we get to readings and stuff, I wanted to talk about wearing your magic. So I'm always talking about having a magical life, and there's some ways that you can do that you might not be aware of. So one of the things that you can do is wear your magic. So today I am wearing polka dots because I think polka dots are very happy, and having a magical life is about joy and having that joy radiate out from you and then back to you. So polka dots make me happy, so I really like them. I also like sparkly stuff. I know. Gee, Rad, what an amazing revelation. So I've added little sparkles to the tops of my collars as a way in order to have just a little bit of sparkle in the things that I am wearing. Now, if you don't think that polka dots are happy and joyful, don't wear them because that won't work. It won't work. You should wear the things that make you happy. Now, if I could, would I run around all the time in sequins? Maybe. Although I've got 3 brothers who'd really rough me up over that. But I think I'd wear more sequins, but it's just kind of not reasonable to do that. But I'm lucky because I get to do that on stage and when I travel, and I get to wear wild and crazy shoes and all of that joy. So another thing is jewelry. Like I said, sparkly stuff. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I know that might seem strange, but I don't. That you can do that. And I mentioned shoes. Well, here, I'm not wearing sparkly shoes today, but I am wearing fun shoes, right? So fun. And you can even do it on your cell phone, because see, here's my cell phone. Look. Amazing. So it's this little things that you do to add to what you have on, and therefore the way that you are presenting to yourself to the world and bringing in some magic. You might wear flowers if that's in your thing. They like flowers in your hair and stuff. I certainly have my whole thing with my hair. I'm part Native American. A lot of you might know that. So breaking the pigment of my hair is not an easy task. So this blonde streak, it started out as sort of like burgundy, and it took me a year of baking it in the sun to get it to be blonde. But now I won't let go of it. But it's just a flash of fun. It's a flash of joy. And that brings magic into your life. Now, another thing that brings magic into your life, and maybe the most important one, is what you're wearing on your face. So smile, be joyful, try your best to smile, to have a sparkle in your eye that shows that you have joy in your life. Think about the things that make you grateful and focus on those. Now, another thing, now this is not wearing, but I thought I'd share it with you, is stuff, okay? So have magical stuff around your life. Now, some of you may have seen this in the background of photographs. So I have a little genie thing going on. Y'all know that. So believe it or not, I painted this. And here's a little genie information for you. So this bottle basically came from I Dream of Jeannie, and when they were filming I Dream of Jeannie, what happened was they had created a custom bottle for the show, but you know what happened? It got lost in transportation right before the show started, and so they had nothing. And so this is a little weird, but they went to a liquor store and they were like, what looks like a genie bottle? And this was a bourbon bottle. I know, isn't that crazy? And so they took the bourbon bottle off the shelf and they painted it up to be a genie bottle. And there was a different version for the black and white season, but they went color, and so they changed it. So you can buy these online. They're a little pricey, and paint them yourselves. And so what I used to do is I would get genie bottles and I would paint the bottles for my friends and people that I love and say, here is what your genie bottle would look like if you were a genie. And also on the bottom there are serial numbers, and so I would use that for angel numbers to go, oh, okay, so genie for me is like magic and having a magical life, and that's sort of like abundance. And so I made sure that the serial numbers equaled an 8. So having magical stuff, especially if you did it yourself, especially if you created it and you put your energy in it, and having stuff around you like that can really make a difference in having a magical life. Okay, so that's my little monologue for today. Let's get busy doing readings and talking to folks. So let's talk about all the options that you have. If you go over to my Facebook page, you will see pinned to the top, so it's above this video, a place where you can ask me questions. And I tell this every week. If you've never done a Facebook Live event, first of all, it's like looking into a mirror for however long you're on. But also, the questions that people ask, it's just like 3 or 4 of them on that. It's on the bottom of the screen. Just on the bottom of the screen. And they scroll really fast. So I do my very best to grab questions from there as they fly by, but it also helps me to have an opportunity for you to go ask questions in my Facebook Live post. And it just says Ask Rad and has a big rainbow, and it says Questions and Readings Request Post. So you can go over there and you can ask a question there, or you can just do it this way and hope that the angels bring it to my attention. I can't do all of them, so I just let the angels show me which ones to answer first. So Lisa says, should I begin focusing more on working with children or adults? So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach for Guardian Angel Tarot cards. So that's this deck. And the reason I'm doing it is because more than our other decks, there are more pictures of children in that deck. So now Lisa's question is a great question. It's not necessarily something that there's a particular spread for, but it's like, see what I did? I went to the deck that had a bigger mixture of children and adults on purpose to give more of the cards an opportunity to tell us what she should be doing. So we're just going to ask children or adults for Lisa. So always stay focused while you're doing your reading. Don't be thinking about, what's for dinner tonight? Don't be thinking about that, Lisa. Okay. All right. So this is a really obvious answer because we have 3 children. Okay, so I would say focusing on children. Now, the thing about this card, though, is 7 of Thought. Oh, it says you've been confused about a situation in your life, and suddenly everything is becoming clear to you. So hope that makes sense to you. But, and look at what we have here. We have a couple of kids, and we've got a little girl, and she's asleep. So it's kind of like Lisa's waking up to the idea that she is going to be working with children. So there's the first one. I'm sorry, I have to take off my other shoe. It's driving me crazy having only one shoe on. And no, my socks aren't fancy. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so next, let's pop on over to Facebook, and just right away, I see Mary. Hi, Rad. I love to listen to your live streaming. I'm a mother of 3 living in Sweden. Cool. I'm trying to figure out where I should try to work. Is your job the same thing as your life purpose? Can you please help me? It's like, oh, and someone answered. Nicole said, hi, it's a beautiful question. I hope you'll get your reading. I personally don't believe your job and life purpose have to be the same thing, and okay, so she has something different that she considers her life purpose that's not her job. So here's what Radley thinks about that. No, your job, the way you bring in money, does not have to be your life purpose. It's nice if they are. You're probably going to be happier, but they don't have to be the same. They're not this. They don't have to be the same. What I would caution you about is make sure that what you're doing for making money doesn't make you miserable, because money in the long run isn't going to follow misery very well. So I think it's very important that if what you are doing to create financial abundance is not the same as your life purpose, then at least like it, okay? So if you're miserable, it's not going to work out so great. All right, let's see. Kat says, anything from my dad. I didn't get to say goodbye. I love missing him so much. Any guidance would be great. Okay, so love this deck. This is Talking to Heaven. Okay, one of my favorite decks that Dwayne Virtue created with James von Prague. And because these things are just rock and roll. It's like, and I'm more into angel work, you know. So I like working up here, and that's where angel energy is. Mediumship energy is a little more dense. It's kind of down here, but I prefer up here. And the nice thing about Doreen's cards, Talking to Heaven, is that it kind of allows you to work up here and get mediumship information. That's why I love them so much. Okay, so let's see what we can get for her dad. Now, one of the things that I always do, okay, shuffled. One of the things that I always do is encourage people to follow their guidance about the way in which they do their readings. Doreen kind of feels that these cards work as just pulling one card. That's not the way it works for me as well. I like to think of them as working as a conversation. And so I still pull 3 cards. You do what resonates for you. Pull as many cards as you want for as long as you want the conversation to go. But that's just how I do them. So the first card is, we have been together in dreams. We have been together in dreams. So perhaps your dad you've been dreaming about your dad. Consider those to be real. Consider that to be that your dad is really popping into your life. He also wants to remind you something that I would hope that if you're watching this show, you know, is that there is no such thing as death. There is no such thing as death. And you know what? This to me is kind of like, duh. But down here we have a bunch of people, and so my eyes are being drawn to the imagery more than the words, telling me that he's not alone. He's got a lot of people with him that are either passed over loved ones or friends from other lives or things like that. He's not alone. He's doing really great. Aww. And the last one says, I always give you a good night kiss. Aww. This makes me wonder too if you miss your dad a little bit more in the evenings than you do during the day. Maybe that's when you come home and that's when you sort of like start to think about it. And that he is definitely around. He's definitely watching you and loving you very much. So yay. Yay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I have been dreaming about my dad a lot lately. See? Ta-da! These work. Okay, so let's see. Radley, who is my angel? This is Gladys. Who's my angel, and is everything going to be okay? I still don't have a job. And see, it's already gone. See, that's the thing. This rolls so fast. And but we're just going to, I'm just going to write down Gladys, angels, and is everything going to be okay with the job? Because it's gone. Poof. All right. So, who are my angels? Okay, so for those of you who never watched Astrad before, this is where Rad gets really spacey. So, just give me 1 second. You know, and I love it when this happens. Sometimes the names are just like, whap, they're just right there. And what that tells me is that particular guardian angel is what Doreen would call loud, but she doesn't really mean loud. She just means easy to communicate with. And but her name is Madeline. Okay, let me write that down so I don't forget. So the first one's Madeline. Usually the primary guardian angel is the loudest. They usually come through first, not always. Everybody has at least two. You know, Madeline is really, really sweet and really, really compassionate and sympathetic and wanting you to know everything really is going to be okay. So you don't have to worry. She's got this. Now you know her name. Now you can have communication and conversations with her on a regular basis. And that will help her to kind of come through and keep you feeling comforted. Okay, she's kind of going like this. She's not cold. She's just wanting you to know that she can comfort you, and she'll give you hugs. So Madeline. I have never ever heard a name like this. So maybe it'll mean something to Gladys. Your second guardian angel's name is Lady Lena. I don't know. That's just what came through. So she says that she's taken that name because she wants you to know that she really wants to be of service, and that you're the princess, you're the queen. Okay, you are. So and she is your lady in waiting, Lady Lena. And she wants to be of service to you and helping, especially with that job thing. That makes me just want to, I don't know, for some reason, I'm going to go to Angel Answer Oracle cards. And we're just going to see what the cards say about, is everything going to be okay? Okay. And the card is success. So everything is going to be just fine. So don't stop worrying. Stop worrying. And now you've got your guardian angels' names and you can talk to them. All right. So Facebook. Let's see. I should refresh. Okay. Popping down to Facebook. Oh my God. There's so many questions. Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. It's fall where I live, and I'm starting to get the whole little allergy thing, so I apologize for that. Let's see. Colette. Hi, Colette. I have a dear friend named Colette who I really like. Her name is Colette Barron Reed. She's super cool. Okay, so Colette. Hi, Redley. I want to connect with my angels, but my overactive mind has been making it hard to relax and tune in. I would love to know their names and any messages that might help to make a stronger connection with them. I could use their help on my healing journey. Thank you so much. All right, so, excuse me. So Colette, here's some things to think about. I used to think that my problem was my overactive mind, but there's this little thing called claircognizance, and it means that you get your psychic information from your head. So before we completely eliminate the possibility that eliminate the thought that your brain is in your way, you might want to stop and go, maybe that's how I get my information, is from my mind. Now, I'll tell you, in my personal opinion, I think claircognizance is kind of the toughest for the very reason that you said. There's also clairaudience, hearing, clairvoyance, seeing, and clairsentience, feeling. And so claircognizance, I think, is kind of the hardest because I think our ego sort of tends to talk to us through our brain, and so it can be really difficult to rally that horse in. But once you do it, it's really groovy and cool. So just make sure you're not claircognizant and that you actually aren't getting your information from your mind. If you are getting if it is really getting in your way, then meditation. I know overactive mind does not equal meditation. I know that. Neither does quintuple Sagittarius. But I get it. But mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation is great, where you just go for a walk and you just let your heart kind of be open to the information that is kind of coming to you from that way. So, but you would like to know their names and any messages that are coming through. So, well, right away. So, one of your first guardian angels' names is Allison. It's Allison. You also have a guardian angel named David. David would like to come forward because he's wanting to work with you on your healing journey. I think that's what you called it. Yes. So working with you on your healing journey. And you have a third whose name is Evelyn. Evelyn is about relationships and stuff. Maybe this is tied into your healing journey. So these two things might be kind of mixed in together. So Allison, David, and Evelyn. So David really would like to talk to you about your health stuff, but he'd like to do it in nature. So I don't know where you live. I have no idea, but trying to find ways to be in nature. If it is inclement where you are, and consider doing something like going to a botanical gardens or something that's indoors where you could have that same kind of experience. So there you go. Hi, James. I was thinking about you the other day when we were both at the Angel World Summit, in London. So good to see you, my friend. And yes, I will be at the Angel World Summit in 2017. I will also be in Angel Congress in Austria. If you are going to be there, Austria happens to be one of my favorite places on the planet. I have clearly had one of the happiest lives in all my lifetimes in Salzburg, because I get there and I really do want to sing "The Hills Are Alive." So let's see. So let me get the bottom one. Hi, Rad. Met someone new recently. Wondering if the angels have a message. Thank you, Aurora. Okay, so I'm going to presume that is something romantic. So, and I just knew, this is why it's so important to pay attention to your guidance. It's that thing where you go, I'm not going to take my glasses. I don't need my glasses. And then you get somewhere and you're like, I can't see a thing. Where are my glasses? Listen to your guidance. And so I did listen to my guidance, and I don't normally have these just laying around, but Romance Angel Oracle cards, also a big fave of mine. They're great for romance questions, but I have found that more so than Doreen's other specific decks, that for some reason this deck is just really good for anything. I mean, it's just good for anything, any question. So let's see for Aurora what is going on. You're welcome, Aurora. What is going on? Oh, hi, Barbie. Hi. Okay, so what is going on for Aurora in this new person we just met? 2 and 1. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, first card, playfulness. Okay, so this kind of tells me, Aurora, that the relationship has been kind of playful, maybe kind of flirty, kind of just really kind of feels good, kind of nice. Next card, chemistry. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And the last card, are you ready? Soulmate. Wow. This is your soulmate. Okay, so let's talk just for a second about soulmates so that we're really clear about soulmates. A soulmate is not the one. Okay? Contrary to a lot of people's beliefs, you have lots of soulmates. Okay, you can have lots of soulmates, and they come into your life and they may leave your life. They may come into your life to teach you something. They may leave your life. Your mom can be your soulmate. Your brother can be your soulmate, and you can have romantic soulmates. Yes, that's absolutely true. Now, this is a romantic reading, so this is soulmates. The thing about soulmates, though, just so you know, is that soulmates are people that we've had relationships with generally over and over throughout the centuries, lifetime after lifetime. And guess what that means? It means they know where all your buttons are, and they're going to push them. Bum, right? Yeah, they're going to push them. But they're not doing it to drive you crazy. They're doing it because they love you. And they're doing it because you have probably made some sort of agreement when you were on the other side and not incarnated in a lifetime where you said, you know, I really want to get over this thing. Help me get over this thing. I really want to get over it. And your soulmate was like, are you sure? Because I can come there and just poke that button until you get over it. So just know that soulmates can be deeply, and especially soulmate plus chemistry, that's hot. That's hot stuff. Yeah. And yummy. Really, really yummy. But just know that that'll happen, and it does not mean that that there's something going wrong. It's probably meaning there's something going right. Okay, I love this deck. Okay, so Facebook. Just gonna throw this thing way down to the bottom. Okay, Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Oh, Melissa, I posted a picture. Do my angels put a lot of effort into showing me love through numbers, or do I overthink? I see multiple 2s and 4s a lot. Thanks, Rad. Oh my God. So what she did was she took a picture of her phone, and it was 7:44, and there were 44 likes on my Ask Rad banner and 44 comments. So, wow, that's cool. So, a 7 is you're on the right path. Right? And it's a very spiritual number. 44 means the angels are with you. And yeah, that's putting a lot of effort. That is putting a lot of effort into making sure that you know that they love you. Now, another thing too, about angel numbers that I think personally is sometimes they're just high. You know, it's like it's just high. It's just hi, I love you, remember me. And it can be hi, remember to ask me today so I can help you. That's a big thing. Sometimes if I find myself let's just say I'm in my car and something has me worried. You know, I'm worried about a writing deadline, okay? And so I'm just kind of sitting there kind of fretting, and then I'll look up and the license plate in front of me says 444. Now, I have to tell you that in the city where I live, it just doesn't seem possible to me that there could be that many cars in my neighborhood that all say 444. It's just not reasonable. So, you know, the recovering certified accountant cannot grasp that. And so I totally look at that and say the angels. And so for me, when I'm like sort of fretting and worrying and I see 44, that to me is my angels basically saying, it's gonna be okay, don't worry. So just stop it, we've got it. Okay, so Yasmina, hi Rad, what will the next 6 months bring me? Well, I don't know, let's find out. Writing down your name so it doesn't escape me, Yasmina. You know what, Yasmina? For some reason, I want to do this. So we're going to do fairy tarot cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 6 cards, and we'll see. Now, let me just think. So September's a wash. So October. Did I just say October? Oh my God, it's October. Where did this year go? I don't believe it. Where could this year have gone? I just don't believe it. Okay, so October. All right. Yasmina, 6 months. 1. Okay. October, November, December, January, February, March. Sorry, some of the cards just made me laugh. All right, so okay, so October, 6 of winter. So things start to get a lot better. All right. So whatever difficulties that you've been having or experiencing, those challenges start to go away. It starts to get a whole lot better. By November, it's a whole lot better. It's like celebrate good times. Come on. That's what we're talking about when you get, I just sang on Facebook Live. Oh God. Sherry, darling, that's my social media manager. Don't let me do that. Okay, so 3 of summer. Okay, so this is celebrating. I mean, it's like awesome sauce. It's getting a great new job or getting married or meeting the right person or whatever. It's really super, super groovy. Now, this is what made me snicker because this is December. So if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, I think it's just so funny because it looks like December, right? It looks like December. So the Queen of Winter is a court card, and she is, without question, one of my favorite court cards. I love her because she has seen it all. She has been through it all. And you know, even though she's had all these challenges, what she did with those challenges is turn it into a way to make a wonderful life. And she's super wise, super clever, super witty. But she also just doesn't take anything from anybody. So this is a card that kind of says clear out the clutter. Okay, so that clutter can be stuff. She's considered the feng shui queen. Sometimes Doreen and I, here, wait. I'm just plugging up her ears so she doesn't hear me say this. Doreen and I sometimes call her the garage sale queen. You don't want to say that to her face. But so feng shui queen, and so get rid of stuff that's not serving you anymore. Now the thing about this little lady is that can be people too. So it might be time to get rid of all the drama queens and drama kings that are in your life. Okay. All right, so that's that. So now we can, oh wow. So this is January, okay? This is January, this is King of Summer. So this is interesting to me. So it makes me wonder if, you know, Yasmin, it'd be lovely to know if you are single or in a relationship. But this is like, can be relationship joyful news. And this is the guy you want to marry. So if you are already in a relationship that's headed in that direction, that makes sense. If you're already married, then it might mean that, wow, things really start to get better in the relationship and he really starts to turn into a great person. Okay, yeah. All right, so the next card is release. Okay, this is February. So letting things go, all right? Letting things go. There's maybe perhaps more of what the Queen of Winter was bringing to you, but letting go of the past. And then finally we get to March, and happy news for your career, happy news for things that are going on in life purpose and things like that, but also maybe taking some classes, or it could just be taking seminars like, you know, like Angel Intuitive, Doreen's Virtues Angel Intuitive course is coming up in Maui, something like that, that helps your life. So that's 6 months. And which deck is that? This is Fairy Tarot Cards by Doreen Virtue and some silly little genie boy. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. Fairykins, please, could you pull a card for my current situation for my life, please? Fairykins Wonderland. Well, I guess I'm going right back to Fairy Tarot Cards for the current situation in your life. All right. Let's see. Well, first of all, the Queen of Winter is back. Okay? So what that's telling me is it's time to clean house. It's time to get rid of things that no longer serve you or people that no longer serve you. So now this could mean something like, oh, I need to leave my job, or I need to leave my relationship, or get out of that whole thing and move on to something that is a whole lot better. The next card that we have is King of Summer. I'm sorry, King of Autumn. King of Autumn. Now, this guy has the Midas touch, all right? So this is prosperity and all of those kinds of wonderful things coming along. And that leads to Nine of Autumn, which is a type of feeling content and peacefulness and happiness and joy. So there we go. So that's for Fairykins. Okay, so let's see what else is happening over on Facebook. God, this thing just goes so fast. It's like the months of the year. It's like I log on and we're like 35 minutes in already. Don't know how that happens. So many questions, so much to do. Let's see. Okay, Clara. I love that name. I've always loved that name. Okay, Clara. Hi, Radley. Oh, well, that's very sweet. Thank you. I'm a newly holistic health and wellness coach as well as a dream coach. Oh, cool. So I'm wondering if you have any insights or tips on getting more online-based clients. Was wondering if I have angel guides. Well, of course you do, with me, and possibly their names, and if you can, please. Okay. All right. So, Clara. All right, so let's do the angel things first, because they might have something to say about the whole online thing. So, Clara. So right away we got Lydia, Lydia, Lydia. Mary, Margaret. Jason. It's interestingly contemporary compared to the other two, but whatever. Mary Margaret is about your spiritual contentment. I don't think that's a big surprise. About your spiritual development. That is important, I think, for your career. That makes sense, so don't forget that part. Lydia is primary, so comfort, guidance. Jason is the one. Oh, that's why the contemporary name. Jason would like to help you with social media. So you got the name of a 15-year-old. So Jason is the dude. And he shows up as really young. He has a gaming thing in his hand. So he's basically saying that, make it a game, okay? Make it fun, make it joyful. Don't let the whole online thing intimidate you and drive you crazy. Make it a game. He'll play with you. He'll play the game with you and help you to create the online clients that you need. I'm feeling like I want to pull a card. Your question is a little bit in a way that makes me think that you're not feeling necessarily as empowered as you want to. So we're going to use Archangel Power Tarot cards. I love this deck. And so, but one of the things it's about is about empowerment. Okay. All right. So King of Raphael. All right, King of Raphael. So this just basically tells me that you are doing this thing, because Raphael, right? Healer. So this is right. You're doing the right thing. You're doing what you needed to do. So keep on with that, Clara. Then we have Queen of Michael. Ooh, okay. So who is our beautiful model on Queen of Michael? Anyone you recognize? Yes, that's Louise Hay. She agreed to do this for us, to be our Queen of Michael. And yellow roses are her absolute favorite. And she's sitting on a throne of butterflies, okay, because of all of the people whose lives she's helped to evolve. Oh my God, Nancy Levin! Oh God, you guys, Nancy Levin just joined us. Nancy Levin is one of my favorite people on the planet from Hay House. She is the new author of the book Worthy, which is fantastic. You have to get it. And also she's going to be doing a seminar with the illustrious Doreen Virtue on worthiness and assertiveness, and they're going to be doing it together in Hawaii. So if you are coming to AI, you cannot miss that event. It's right after AI. Stay in Maui so you can do it with the amazing Nancy Levin. So Nancy, I was just talking about the fact that Louise Hay is our beautiful model on the Queen of Michael card. And so what this tells me, Clara, is, again, this is just another version of that card, the Queen of Winter, that we saw before, that says, clean out the clutter. Now, what I'm feeling like, because the last card is 2 of Ariel, this is having too much to do, okay? Too much to do. So it kind of makes me want to say, clear out the clutter of how much you have to do to make time for what you need to be really working on. So if you've just got a whole bunch of stuff that you're doing for a bunch of other people instead of building your business, then what you really need to be doing is getting rid of that and focusing on building your business. And you can work with your guardian angel, Jason, who will help you on that. And again, make it fun. All right, make it fun. Okay, so, all right, let's see if I can capture one of these. Let's see. Deanna would love a quick reading. Her birthday is 9/27/1966, and also her angel's names, Deanna. Okay, so let's see if the reading comes from the angel's names or if we need to pull some cards, Deanna. So right away, let's see. So Deanna, your primary guardian angel's name is Edward. Okay, so let's talk about guardian angels for just a second. You may know this, but everybody has at least 2. There's a primary guardian angel. They're kind of like large and in charge, somewhat. Guardian angels do not have egos, so they do not care. It's not like one of the other guardian angels are like, that Edward. They don't do that. They don't care. They work together in concert to make your life beautiful and perfect and happy and joyful. And often they have their own little thing. They might have their own little specialities for your life, or they might just only have a speciality for that particular moment in your life. Now, very often very often primary guardian angels, they're compassion and taking care of you and making you feel loved and kindness and stuff like that. And they might very often say, so I'm here and I'm helpful and let me talk to her, but here are the other people who really want to work, the other guardian angels that want to work with her as well. But the thing, Deanna, is Edward was like, nuh-uh. He was like, no, she's going to talk to me first. So Edward he's a big guardian angel. Okay, so now very often when I see really large guardian angels, I mean they're powerful and amazing and magical. They could be this tall on your shoulder or as big as the Statue of Liberty. It doesn't matter. They still have the same power. But very often when I see a really large guardian angel, what that tells me is there's a sense of a lack of feeling safe. Okay, so I'm not feeling so super safe right now. And so they show up really big and massive and muscular and, oh, bye Lisa, see you later, thanks for dropping by. So they're big, muscular, like Archangel Michael or something, to make you feel safe. And so Edward wants you to know you really are safe. It's okay. He also wants you to know that that he is there for you. Maybe something going on with career, maybe something going on with life purpose, an uncertainty, a feeling of fear. And it's 1144 here. Okay, so I just looked up, saw the clock, it's 1144. So what is 1144? Well, 1144 is the angels are with you, but what's your thoughts? Okay, because you're manifesting really quickly, and so we want to stay out of fearful thoughts, stay out of those, and only think positively. A lot of people kind of look at 111 as like make a wish, because it sort of says, oh, you're the Merlin right now, so you're creating all the magic. So you really kind of want to stay in the magical place. Wear your magic, right? Wear your magic. All right, so Edward says I can get other names now. Thank you, Edward. So the other one is Susanna. Susanna. You know, it's so Susanna is giving me the word forgiveness. Okay, giving me the word forgiveness. So when I get forgiveness, it's other people, but it's also self-forgiveness. And that's kind of it. She just wants to work with you on that. All right? Okay. So that's that. Let's see. So, okay, everybody just wants guardian angel names, so we'll just grab the next one that's flying by. Hi, Tammy. I would love to know my angels' names, please, and thank you. I can grab that. Okay, Tammy. Okay. So Tammy, I don't know if this is going to resonate with you, but your guardian angels basically just pointed down to this. They pointed down to Doreen's Romance Angel deck and said for me to draw cards from this. And that's their focused. I'll get you names in a minute, but let's just see what that means. My eyes also caught this Marjorie moving to New Orleans. Okay, I don't know why my eye caught it, so we'll do that right next. God, I'm just catching so many. Chantel, Angel, Tarot, cards, beginners. Okay, not looking anymore. Okay. Tammy. Okay, Tammy, so all right, so the first card is pay attention to the red flags. Okay, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Now, this is a card of the past, so maybe you've already done that or you've already seen them. Next, forgiving and learning. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Well, those two certainly seem to go together. And then we have another card that says getting to know each other. Getting to know each other. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I know you didn't ask for this, but they sent me here, so we did it. All right, so so Tammy, your guardian angels' names are Charles and Whitney and Layla, L-E-Y-L-A. Charles, Whitney, Layla. Charles is your primary guardian angel. Whitney would like to talk to you about this reading that we just had. So she's your chick to find out about that. Layla is life purpose and career right now, so pay attention to that. So I'm going to pop back up to I think it was, I can't read my own writing, Marguerite. I think that was what it says. but anyway, New Orleans. Should we move to New Orleans? So I haven't done this today, so Angel Tarot cards. Oh, this is perfect because the next question is Chantel. All right, so should we move to New Orleans? Well, here's the scoop. So the first card is the Emperor. Okay, so this is really getting all your ducks in a row. It's all about organization. It talks about structure and discipline and leadership. The next card is Seven of Water. Now, Seven of Water is a card that says a complex decision, the need to do more research. Okay, so the need to do more research. And then the last card is Six of Air. The need, things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So I have to tell you that because of this, it looks pretty good for you to go to New Orleans. But this card makes me think that you don't really quite understand all the implications of that decision. And you might need to do some more research. If you have not been to New Orleans lately, maybe you should go and experience it. And just do more research. Do more research. Chantel asked if Angel Tarot cards is a good card for beginners. Well, it's certainly better than regular tarot cards. If for no other reason, because we put words at the bottom. Okay. When I was learning tarot years ago, you're not telling, long time ago, I bought a deck that I could tolerate that didn't have quite so much blood and gore, and then I wrote on the card with black Sharpie what the card meant, and that's how I learned tarot, and so that's what we decided to do for you guys. So if it depends, I mean, how I answer the question of which deck is the right deck for a beginner depends on the beginner. If the beginner has been working with Angel Tarot or has been working with Angel Oracle cards for a long time and just wants to pop on over to Tarot, then yeah, Angel Tarot cards is a great deck. If they have fear, obviously we tried to take all the fear out of the tarot decks, but some people are still, very worried or have concerns, then this is a better deck because this is the gentlest deck of all. And also from the standpoint of beginners, this particular deck has more words. Okay, there's lots more words, and that's good because it allows your eye to be drawn to a particular sentence and also gives you more information about what each particular card means, and so that can be really good. If the person is feeling a sense of lack of empowerment in their life, and then this is the deck for that. And this is confidence building, but also manifesting. Okay, also manifesting. So hope that helps you in your answers. Holly, hi Holly. My girls are watching and would love a reading. They are Thea and Tulia. I gotta write that down right away. Thea and Tulia. Okay, so for Thea and Tulia, we're going to grab Fairy Tarot cards. And Mommy is Holly. Okay. All right, let's see. So first card Thea, second card Tulia, and third card Holly, okay? Okay. Okay, so Thea, Tulia, oh, that's interesting. Wow, Holly. Okay, so I just got chills. okay? And here's the reason why I got chills. So Tarot, for those of you who don't know, is made up of two parts. It's made up of the major arcana and the minor arcana. And so the major arcana, there's 22 cards, and it's about major life events, major big things that are happening in life. And the other 56 cards are the minor arcana. They're more day-to-day, more minor events. Well, guess what? All your cards are major arcana, all of them. So cold chills, because that means it's a big time for your life. So for Thea, and I hope I'm saying it right. I know I have a weird name, so so for Thea, the wheel. All right, the wheel. So the wheel is a really great card. It's a card of prosperity and of success and happiness. It's if you know anything about astrology, each one of these cards that's in the major each one of the cards period is ruled by some astrological aspect. This is Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is good luck. Old man Jupiter, good luck. But this card shows up often when it feels like things haven't been moving, or feels like we've been stuck, and the wheel starts to spin. Finally, the wheel starts to spin. So it's good luck, it's happy, joyful, good luck, but maybe a situation where things haven't been moving forward and now they start to move forward. For Tulia, we got just as great a card. We got the World, okay? This is an awesome, awesome card. So your girls are coming into some great good luck, all right? And it's a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Okay, so lots of good luck and positive stuff. For Holly, we have strength, okay? This is actually, I tell people this all the time, is the very first tarot card I ever pulled. So this is a card that teaches us strength through kindness, all right? It basically says that we have all the inner strength that we need for whatever situation that we are going through, but the best way to get through any difficulties or challenges is through kindness. So the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. Kitty says, loving the dog photo. That is my beloved, beautiful Raven. Her name was Raven Blue Blazes of Xanadu. And she was like one of the loves of my life for sure. And we lost her in January of 2014, and it nearly killed us. But as you can see a little bit, Raven was half black and blue on this side and half white. And our little Riley, who's not here right now, has a little paw print on the left side of her head. And we call it Raven's Mark because we believe that was our proof that Riley was sent to us from Raven. And so, yay. Okay, how much time do we have left? We don't have a whole lot of time left. I just saw Priya say, am I going to live in New York? Let's pull a single card for that. Am I going to, Angel Answer Oracle cards. Pull a single card for that, Priya, and see what we get. Am I going to live in New York? So the card I got is there's something better. So, sometimes that's the answer that we get. There's something better. So reconsider going to New York, reconsider why you want to live in New York, and instead look if there might be something better. So we're pretty much out of time. I want to tell you guys, I really mean this. I mean it sincerely in my heart. This is one of the highlights of my week. I love doing this. I love it. I get to spend time with you. I feel like we get to have a conversation and I get to be really myself. I get to be just who I am, and I don't, just the silly person that I am, and I get to be that person. And you guys make that really, really easy, and it's very sweet of you, and I really appreciate it. So next week, we'll be doing angel readings and all those things too. But next week, we're going to talk about fairies. So we're going to be talking about fairies next week in episode 9 of Ask Rad. So once again, I thank you guys for joining in. I love you very much. I'm sending you kisses. And I just want you to always remember, life, it really is magic.